Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we're here with some GP Bikes gameplay, and basically what today's video is just going through some clips that I've got. Basically whenever I play the game now I always end up recording the races, so I thought I may as well start making some videos out of them, slowly going through and actually getting through my backlog of races and just show them to you guys. And today I've got 3 races, so hopefully you do enjoy them. Let me know what you think. So without any further ado, we'll head into the first one at Catalunya. So we transition to the grid here, and you can see we are on the MotoGP 23 mod, playing as Maverick Vinales on the Aprilia. We've got a pretty stacked lobby, and one thing to note about Catalunya is that the starting lights, or the 2D starting lights, don't actually work, so you're going to have to watch for the 3D ones in the distance, and we're right at the back of the grid pretty much, because I joined quite late into this one, so we're waiting for the lights to go out. The lights went out, you can see I got a terrible start, because I didn't even see them go out. Nerve, because flying past us already. There's a massive crash. 3 or 4 riders down. Nerves down there as well. Repsol Honda went down with that. I'm not sure what happened. There was some sort of collision right off the starting line, and a couple of riders went straight into those bikes. So not great for them, but a good start for us. We're now up behind Pistol 73. You guys may be aware of him. Another crash there as we go past Pistol. We go past Daniel Savini as well, who's an extremely fast rider on this game. Pistol tries to go on the outside, but there we go then. I think we're up into about P8 now, although the standings do take a little bit of time to update, so I'm not 100% sure. Another yellow flag, another rider off on the inside. This has been a chaotic start, and it comes right across the front, almost hitting us there. So we almost had contact, and straight away, we're on the attack, and we go past VS Master on the LCR Honda. So even though we're just avoiding the bike, we're straight up the inside of VS. We've run a little bit wide through turn 5, though. Is that going to give VS the run? No, it doesn't. So we managed to keep the position for now as we head down towards turn 7. I think this is turn 7, although I'm never 100% sure which way these corners go. And it's a tricky little corner, so easy to lose the front on GP bikes as the bike slides a bit up the hill. We're completely on the wrong racing line and massively wide here through turn 9, which is going to compromise our run quite a bit. And you can see those leaders are getting away from us a little bit, although there was a bit of dirt kicked up as we go down towards turn 10. There's someone down, and somebody else flipping on the inside. Oh, it's hit him! He's hit the race leader. And also an N-Jerks are sat up, waiting, I think, a little bit. And we're up to second place all of a sudden. Daniel Savini comes back up the inside, and we have contact with N-Jerk. And down we go. So that was a chaotic opening lap, and unfortunately, we've lost a few positions there, but not too many. I think we're down to about 8th place, back behind VS Master again. Mystic Prune on the RNF Aprilia comes up the inside of us as well, as we have to try and rejoin the track somewhat safely, although that wasn't the best rejoin from myself, so I do apologise. In fact, you'll see that across this video, actually. I've noticed it in some of my open lobbies, well, the lobbies that I do with random people. Well, oh, as we get set up a bit there by Fox and Moxer, between the two of them, I'll finish my point in a second. We go past Mystic, who's having a real time there, moving the body around on the straight, and we go to the outside of Fox and Moxer into turn 1. Mystic up the inside. How late is he broken? Way too late. As of we've both gone off the track there. Green flag. I think Mystic may have actually gone into the gravel there and gone down as we slowly rejoin the track. And again, not looking, so kind of proving my point that maybe I need to be a little bit better, a bit more on it with that. Maybe I looked at the map, I'm not too sure. But cutting a little bit later now, there is another yellow flag as we come out of turn 7. That is VS Master. Doesn't look too happy in the game chat, so I think potentially someone has knocked him off, but yeah, I've no idea. It could just be a GP Bikes moment as well. And a little bit further on, another rider runs a bit wide there. Mose, we look up the inside, super close there. There's another bike go down. Oh, and we've been collected in it. No. So Mose hit the bike. I think it was actually Dill's bike in the middle of the track there. Bounced it straight into us. And oh, that was close. Almost rejoined the pack. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, sometimes my rejoins aren't the best, and I've crashed there as well. So I do apologise, guys. It's not been great. We've not had a lot of luck in this race, to be fair. And cutting a bit later, the luck is about to get worse. We see a yellow flag, but unfortunately, massive moment into the corner, straight on into the grass, and down we go. But a little bit later, again, going past VS Master, so he's having a pretty rough race. And you can see we are coming towards the end of the race down. Another clip there, so we're cutting just to lots of different crashes. I think that was Mose there on the right-hand side, crashed at turn 2. Another very easy one. And a few laps later, somebody else crashes at turn 5, and so have we as well. I've locked the front, and down we go. So yeah, not the best race. It is just a compilation of crashes here, isn't it? There's another rider down there, not even sure who that is. It's an Aprilia. I don't know if that was Savini, Daniel Savini. I don't think it was. I think he might be in the lead, but it was another Aprilia rider. And that was pretty much it for our race as we come up towards Lakesy. We're catching up to VS again because, of course, we lost the position to him when we crashed. I think we finished in 8th place, but what a chaotic one that was. It was absolutely ridiculous, wasn't it? Because there were so many crashes right from the beginning, and to be honest, I rode absolutely terribly. So we'll move on now then to the next race at Aragon again. You can see with the MotoGP 23 mod, although I think this was around pre-season time, you can see we've got the Marquez helmet on, the Grassini leathers and the blacked out Grassini bike. So you can see I was properly on the hype train. And you'll actually notice as well, there was a warm-up lap for this one. So we're not actually 100% central in the grid spot, but not a big deal. Again, looking for those 3D lights because they don't seem to work at this circuit. Lights out and away we go. A bit of a better start this time. I've actually got a pretty good jump on Dill there, and to the outside comes Superman as we go down towards turn one. A couple of little wheelies as well, which is super easy to get on this bike. There's a massive stopping there from Dario Andreoni in the middle of the pack, and he clips into us, and unfortunately we go down another early collision, although this time it was really early at turn one. Somebody off there on the outside of turn two, but not the way you want to start the race at all. Absolutely terrible. So, yeah, it's going very, very similarly to Catalunya so far, though at least the first lap of Catalunya was good. Quattararo down there, a couple of the riders down there as well. I can't even see who they are because the name tags are so far away. And like I say, the graphics do take a little bit of time to update as well in this game. Sometimes they don't actually always update till the next sector point. As we cut a little bit later on lap one, you can see there is an Aprilia there. I think that is Daniel Savini once again, just like in the first race, sizes somebody up. But there's a crash there. I'm not sure exactly how that rider's crashed, but they have crashed out of the chicane and their bike has flipped into the gravel. So that is a free position. Looks like we're in about 8th position, judging by the graphics. So that's probably about right, looking at the map as well, but not too sure. And apparently, someone's blaming me for a crash if you look at the chat there. So not exactly sure what that is. I was nowhere near anyone, as you saw in the clip. I think at the time, me and my friends were just absolutely laughing. Because I was like, why is this guy completely blaming me for something? And cutting a bit later on there, you can see a rider goes down. And another rider, Maverick Genitales, a very interesting rider name, actually clips that guy as he got back on. And we're now battling with Maverick. He tries to come back and is very, very aggressive as we go down into the reverse corkscrew. He starts tipping his contact and we're down again. So 2 laps, 2 crashes, 2 collisions. Although I will put my hands up and say I perhaps could have given him a little bit more room. And in hindsight, I think I would have done, but just unfortunate. And again, not the best rejoin here, but to be fair, that's an awkward spot to rejoin. Although I did go straight back to the racing line. I think I'd have cut myself a bit more slack if I'd stayed in the middle. There's another crash. In fact, 2 riders down there. And the third one as he hits the bike. So again, another rider down. So this is what I mean. GP bikes, pure chaos when you get these lobbies with like 20 people in. They are absolutely ridiculous. As we now cut to the next lap, you can see we are closing up to Draco 15 in front of us. Somebody off there on the exit to rejoin the gravel. But we have got a bit of a run here. In fact, we've really got a run on Draco. We got the inside into the first of this double left-handers. We've run massively wide through that turn. And Draco comes straight back up the inside of it. It's just never really a move that's easy to pull off. I hate those 2 corners, quite honestly. But I think I just got a good run and thought, you know what? We'll send it up the inside. Looked like we'd got the run all the way from turn 2, really. And Draco goes a little bit wide through. I think it's like turn 6. I'm not exactly sure. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we are going to be close enough to actually get the position. But fortunately, there is now another... In fact, actually, Draco's run wide. But in that meantime, Gonzalo Molina has also crashed and rejoined just in front of him. And now having a bit of a battle through the Marquez corner. Up the inside goes Draco. That is a pretty aggressive pass there. But it is one of those corners. It invites that kind of pass. If we go down towards turn 12, the traction control corner, as how I always think of it. They do settle down a little bit now. So, unfortunately... Oh, actually, no, Draco had a little look there. I was thinking hopefully able to take advantage of it, but it looks like Molina has got a bit more pace than Draco. And in fact, so have we if we close up to him a little bit there. But of course, we must have not got the move done because we're cutting onto the next lap now. And you can see there's a crash there again at the reverse corkscrew. It looked like somebody else potentially going the Marc Marquez Grassini route. But you can see we're still all over the back of Draco. I think we have probably got more pace than him because you saw we obviously tried to make the pass already. But I think maybe I just got a bit flustered by Molina's crash, and perhaps sector to sector it does change. Aragon, oh, and all of a sudden Savini's coming to the inside. I don't know where Daniel Savini came from, but actually saw the Ducati this time. So I think when I saw the Aprilia earlier, it couldn't have been Savini. In fact, I think he might have been the rider that crashed at the exit of the chicane, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure, but it could have been him. And he passed me like I was standing still. Didn't even know he was coming. I mean, I think it kind of shows you that I've played this race, edited the race, and still didn't know that he was coming. Kind of tells you how much of a surprise it was. And he passes Draco like he's standing still. And I tried to take advantage as well, but massive wheelies out the corner. Like I said, off the starting line, I was really struggling. This was actually a previous beta and a previous update of the mod, so it was much more prevalent at that point. About a lap later then here into turn 12, there is a yellow flag, and Draco also goes wide. So this is the opportunity we've been looking for. We go past Draco, he tries to hang it up the inside, to be fair to him, although there wasn't really a lot more room, there wasn't much more he could do. He had to rejoin the track at some point. And it looks like we've finally got that position. So up into, I think that's actually going to be P6. If you look at the graphics there, it still says Draco is in front of us. And as you can see, cutting on to the next lap, we are actually in P6. But we have absolutely blown the chicane there coming onto the main straight. So that's going to be a terrible, terrible run for us. You can see it actually looks like Gonzalo Molina's back up behind us. So he must have crashed again at some point. And he's passed us like we're standing still. Even on the Aprilia, it looked like he was on a Ducati compared to us just because of how bad of a run we got out the chicane. So he just blasted past me like I was standing still. And there goes Molina up into P5 and cutting a little bit later. You can see I'm running wide once again. Somebody off there. In fact, it's Superman. He's out of fuel. So Superman running out of fuel. That's the thing you do get in these races sometimes. When you get the glitch where you have to do an extra lap, that does happen. But that was pretty much our race after we passed Superman then. So finishing P5, 5 seconds behind the rider in front of us, who was actually Benjamin. So not too bad, actually. Considering the start to that race, it could have been a whole lot worse. But moving on then now to the final race of the video, and we're here at Most. We're actually on the World Superbike 22 mod this time. Ignore the fact we're in Gauar's leathers and Gauar's bike. It was recently released skin, so I thought I would give it a bit of a try. This time you can see the 2D lights are working, but this time we are right at the back, so it's going to be an interesting one. Waiting for them to go out here then at Most. Lights out, away we go. We've got the jump on Zod already, and somebody else as well there, and Dot Monster, and Mystic Prune, and another rider. So we've had an amazing start as we go down towards turn 1 then. We're hitting the brakes nice and late. In fact, we're on the inside of another rider as well on the Swan Yamaha, and we're close up to Dill. Oh, so close to contact there with Dill. To crash at the front, the back end to crash with us as well. Zod goes up the inside, takes us out. He takes out half the pack with us as well. You can see Dill not too happy in the chat there, spamming his sort of predetermined buttons. And oh, a bit of contact there with N-Jerk as well as we go through the next part of the corner, which costs us both another spot. I was just about to say, we've rejoined not too bad of a position, but contact with N-Jerk drops us back even further. Zod somehow has actually come out on top there and actually balked N-Jerk, and we've got the run a little bit on N-Jerk as we go down towards the hairpin. A bit of lag, quite a lot of lag. In fact, a bit of contact there with Foxer Boxer, and it's just enough to unsettle us. It was so little contact. Foxer Boxer didn't really do anything wrong there, to be honest. It was so minor. And I think it's just as I went down to first gear at the same time, I unfortunately crashed. And you can see there's a rider there on the left-hand side as well as we cut to that clip off in the gravel. And we're close up all of a sudden up the inside of WP52. And we've completely gone miles wide. But somehow we've actually pulled off that position. So looks like he's probably struggling, perhaps a bit new to the game, because that was a terrible dive bomb. And as we cut now onto the start of the next lap, we're having lots of cuts here, jumping between the different bits of action. There's another rider that looked like off in the gravel, and a bit further around on that lap, another crash in front of us at the turn when we made the pass on WP, and that puts us up in another position. So I'm not sure, I think we're in P8 now. I think that might have been Zod actually that hit the deck. Bit of karma really, because he did take out the whole pack, and a few corners later, in fact actually it might be a lap or so later, this race does seem to be going by in a flash. We make another position. And here we are then, the start of lap 4. So actually, I think it was the same lap at that point. Tavea goes off into the gravel, and that's put us right onto the back of him as we approach the hairpin. Surely we're going to make a move, and unfortunately, he's collected us. I don't know how that happened. I think, to be honest, right, he touched the sausage curb, and it just speared his bike straight over into me, and there was nothing, absolutely nothing I could do, and that was pretty much it for our race. Nothing else really happened. To be honest, not too bad. 6th place finish after all that. It was a very short race. In fact, that one was short and sweet. We were barely in that one as we get absolutely rammed after the finish. That was a pretty big accident there. Pretty big. You don't want to have one of those. But yeah, that one was over pretty quickly, to be honest. The Most race was obviously very short compared to the ones, only 5 laps. And because we got knocked off so many times, there wasn't much content because I was just sort of trying to catch up. But there you go then, that was 3 races on GP bikes. I've got plenty more to come, and also I'll also be doing plenty more and recording more. So if you want to see more content like that, do let me know. This was a bit of a fast-paced video, so do let me know what you thought of that one. I think I might actually slow down the editing a little bit for the races in the next one. It did seem like we were cutting, and I was barely finishing a point as we were cutting to another one, but I think I was just trying to show, oh, this guy crashed and I overtook him, and things like that actually through the video edit. So hopefully you were able to follow the races enough, and hopefully you did enjoy them despite my pretty average riding, especially the first race. I think the other 2 I rode quite well. Actually, in Most I was actually quite happy with the way I rode. It's just, unfortunately, I got taken out 3 times in 5 laps, and, you know, doesn't matter how good you are, you're not coming back from that one. I think the fact that we're only 20 seconds off the win was sort of remarkable in itself. But I hope you guys did enjoy that one. If you are new to the channel, please do like the video and subscribe. It really would help me out. And of course, it is a win-win for both of us as you get more bike game racing content in your subscription feed. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you'll stay safe, and I shall see you in the next one.